Hello guys, it's me, JD Studios, and we're back with another video. It's been a while since I've done a proper upload. I know I did the update video, and I kind of showed this mock off, but it's finished. I know, very exciting. And to celebrate that, I thought I'd do a bit of a showcase to show you what it is. So, start off with this section here, which is the external section. So I kind of wanted to try and do a bit of a transition between different landscapes, because I had a lot of these coloured pieces. I don't know what to call them. I had a few sand pieces, so I was like, I kind of wanted to do transitions into a beach, but I couldn't be bothered doing any water. And then I wanted to have a green area, so I could do lots of different leaves and shrubbery. So these are just simple plant leaves. I kind of layered them on the ground. They look really nice. I love how they turned out. And I love how these turned out. So I have a pick-a-brick box. If I can find the box, it's somewhere. Here we go. I have a pick-a-brick box of these parts, just tons and tons of these parts. I got loads because I thought they looked really cool. So I wanted to kind of layer it out and do it here. But it didn't really look all that good on its own. It's just these pieces on their own. So I mixed in normal brown grass stems, put one of them on top so that it's not consistently the same height. Look down here, they're all it gives you a bit of a variation with the height thanks to it, and it looks very nice. So I really like how that turned out. Now, one of my favourite aspects of this mock, which you can kind of see here because it's separated a bit, is the mock is actually modularly designed. So I built it with the idea that each base plate could be separated. Now that didn't work. I did not end up doing that. You can only separate it into two distinct sections, but it can be done, which is what I was aiming for, and I think it turned out really nicely because now I can, because it's, as you can see, there's not a lot of space to leave it. It has to be separated properly, so I have the two distinct sections for just moving around my room and stuff, because otherwise I have to literally leap over this entire mock, which is pretty high, to just get between parts of my room. I also use some of these swamp pieces. I love them. I have a lot of them. I also have a lot of these, and I kind of arrange these into little bushes. We also have, this is kind of my favourite section, which is the transition. So we've got, you go from green to dark green. You've also got kind of this sand green colour, and it all transitions into this dark tan and then olive green, which looks really nice. It's look closely at this section. There is actually a proper transition between the different colours, and I think it turned out really nicely. I also didn't want to do it completely uniformly, so this section is kind of curved around it, which I really like the finished product of that. Now, the main section of this mock is, of course, the mountain. I love building mountains. I don't know why. They're really hard to do because they take a lot of time and effort. But I love building mountains. Oh yeah, also I created these little cool plants. They look cool. And I think it turned out really well. So the structure, it's got quite detailed. Admittedly, the roof probably isn't as exciting as I would have liked, but I just kind of wanted to finish the mock, so I kind of was just right, I'll just settle for a simple roof, and then maybe I can spice it up later. Never really got what I spiced it up with different shrubbery, plants, leaves, and I think it looks pretty nice. It's just a bit flat, which is not ideal, but you know. Now you've got these little plants hanging off the walls. I love how these look. They look gorgeous, and they really just spruce up the rock face a lot more. I also built in some different colours because I didn't want it to just be a generic uniform colour. I think it really, really does. And I also love the entrance. The entrance worked out really, really well. I wasn't intending to go with that style of entrance, but it turned out perfectly. And I also took the chance to also kind of build some shrubbery and stuff over that section so that you can actually see it's overgrown and kind of an old ruin. Now, I'm going to have to step over and push them up. Probably need to move it back a bit further. So this is our interior. So, oh, I just broke something. There we go. This entire section, I'm just going to turn on the light so you can see it better. All snot based. I did give it some cool little chandeliers just to spice it up, but that's kind of what we're going for. You've got these nice gold pillars. Oh my gosh, with the light on it actually looks so much better. And you've got the similar thing going on down here. However, it leads to a throne. Not really sure what the point of the throne was. I just knew I wanted to have a throne in there. This is the throne. Not very exciting, but it adds a little bit of detail, which I quite like. Oh yeah, and it's got... Oh, I quite like the way it was built. So that fits on quite nicely. Now, this section here is not used snot, but this is kind of the library. So, got bookcases based on the Jedi Temple style. And I really, really like how this turned out. And I love the floor. The floor looks really nice. And you've got some cool wall displays, some ceiling bits and bobs. And then one of the key kind of colours I wanted to use, as I'm sure you've already figured out, is gold. So I used gold for the windows and stuff on this, which turned out quite nicely. And I'm very happy with how it worked out. Now, the last section... No idea what this section was meant to be. I never figured it out, but it looks cool. So it kind of extends out. Ironically, if you actually look under there, so this entire section is plated in white and trans blue, but underneath, yeah, it's black. Because originally it was all black, and then I just decided, black, just plain black is really boring. Let's spice it up. We also have some sparkly bits behind the windows just to make those windows a little bit more exciting. Unfortunately, there is bits of hair everywhere. That's just because I have long hair and it gets everywhere. I also really like this design that I did. It was just something I decided to do, but it looks really cool. And I also included some little lamps at the top, which just add that little bit more detail. And really spruce up the MOC. And then, of course, we have the top section, which looks really nice. Admittedly, as I said, I would have preferred to have a bit more volume, but it's also over here at least, it's quite solid. It's not so solid over here, very much a lot of freedom of movement because it's only supported from this wall. This entire section is completely unsupported, whilst this one has supports on either side. That's just because I wasn't really sure where I would put the wall, and I didn't really want to put one in because of these two lower sections, which caused a lot of problems because I didn't include the walls in the way that they should. And these pillars, just pull one off so you can get a better look. They aren't the strongest or the sturdiest because of how they're attached. They're just attached by one single stud on the bottom of the tops. They're very loosely attached, so ultimately the pillars are mostly just aesthetic. They don't really support the structure. The structure is supported by the walls on either side. I also used a ton of masonry brick in this MOC, like literally tons. It was the most exciting piece to use. I really enjoyed using the masonry brick for the floors. It turned out really gorgeous, and I love this red, trans red entryway. This is hands down one of my favourite parts of the MOC. It's just this entire entry section. It looks gorgeous from the interior, and then exteriorly, it looks really nice as well. And obviously, you can see the Inquisitors all stood searching for this place, because this is all part of my own Star Wars universe, where after the original trilogy, everything after that is my story. It has nothing to do with Disney, nothing to do with Legends. It's just my own ideas. And you have your main antagonist, Jason Bell, Reva, and the rest of the Inquisitors. I actually wanted to keep Reva because I was like, I like the idea of the character. Like, I just hated the execution. So I wanted to take Reva and make it into like more of a cool villain by making her survive the fall of the Empire, and she is now the right hand of Jason Bell. And I'm interested to see where I will take the story once I've decided what to do with her. But for now, she's kind of like the second in command, like the villain's right hand, the Darth Vader, if you will. So it's shaping up to be a cool story with that, and I love how this mock turned out. What I am thinking of doing is separating the two sections, and then probably after a while dismantle this section because I don't need it forever, and I need the base plates for the Clone Army video because I don't have enough base plates without all 4 of these, as well as the 4 they already have, in order to display the entire Clone Army, and then have this separate section, just keep that and do a big battle mock with that, because it doesn't actually attach this bit all that much, and I could do a really cool battle with it. But anyway, that is the mock. I do apologise for rambling for so long. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.